Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If today's your first time stopping by, hi, my name is Mathilda Akatuba. As you guys can see by the title of this video, we are recording a Q&A and we have never recorded a Q&A on this channel, so I am super excited. I asked you guys to ask me so many questions online, like on my Instagram, and you guys sent a gazillion questions. Guys, my lovely assistant Phloshops is behind the camera. So like, let me know. So I'm gonna take my time and answer all these questions. Let's just hop right into the video. So somebody asked, are you dropping out from school? Honestly, no, I'm not dropping out. I think dropping out from school right now would be the dumbest thing I could ever do because I'm in my final year right now and I'm literally almost done with my first semester. So if I drop out of school, what's really wrong with me? I mean, I'm literally at the last slap, so it wouldn't make any sense. But honestly, if I was in level 100, yeah, I would consider dropping out of school because, woo! Somebody said, what happened with you and Miss Budu? Nothing happened between us. We're cool. Like, we're really cool, for real. There's never been bad blood, so I don't know why you'd be asking me that. But yeah, we're fine. Somebody said, how tall are you? I'm 5'9".
You're 5'7".
I'm 5'9". Are you for real? No, I'm even taller than Phloshops.
Oh, please.
Okay, so somebody said, how was it like for you to get over your breakup? Your 4 years relationship? You guys know too much about me, honestly, and I don't know if I'm ready to share that. Honestly, I feel like I'm still healing from that relationship, and this is not to say that I'm not in a relationship right now, but like, I'm not in a relationship. Which picture? See, look, Photoshop is just interrupting this. I'm not in a relationship. Disclaimer, I'm not in a relationship. I'm single. Honestly, I think I don't really want to talk about my relationship. I honestly don't want to really talk too much about that relationship on my channel. Maybe I would sometime in the future, but right now I don't think I'm ready to share that. But I would say that, I mean, relationships, especially something that was long term like that, they're not easy, you know. With somebody I was like extremely close to, I consider the person as like my best friend. So it wasn't easy. That's what I'm gonna say. It wasn't easy. But you take it a day at a time, and as you say, time heals all wounds. So I'm healing as the time is going. I'm feeling like good. Would you leave the country after school? I don't know. I feel like this question is kind of tricky because I feel like the things I'm doing could send me out of the country. Personally, I don't really want to leave the country, but I might have to leave the country because honestly, the systems here are set up so that you can fail. And I feel like I'm low-key getting tired of it. Honestly, my life is really spontaneous. I can just wake up tomorrow and say, yeah, I'm gone. But as of right now, as I'm sitting here filming this, I don't really have that urge to leave. I mean, I have the urge to leave to go on vacation or something, but like to leave for a long time, it's going to be a tough decision for me. What's your GPA for last semester's exam? Are you crazy? I'm definitely not sharing that here. Like, what? No, you guys should guess in the comments what my GPA is. Like, as you look at me and, you know, the way I speak and the content I put out and the things that I do, just let me know in the comments what you think my GPA is. Somebody said, please, has there been a time you felt you needed to better yourself? If yes, how did you go about it? I mean, yeah, definitely. I feel like every day I feel like I need to better myself. There's no, like, nobody's perfect. I would say that the very first time I realized that I needed to actually step up my game or just become a better version of myself, I think was when I went for Miss Malika, like around the time I did the pageant. I feel like that was when I became more self-aware to realize that, okay, I need to do this in order to improve this. Do you get what I'm saying? And also, actually, when Photoshop came into my life, because I had orange hair. I had orange hair, and you guys, I'll probably insert a video or picture or not for you guys to see. Look, I was looking terrible. I feel like my fashion was so bad. My fashion sense was so bad. From the moment that I cut my hair, if you've been following me and you've been an OG, you know that there was a time where I cut my hair and I had like this like finger wave thing going and like pixie cuts and things like that. I feel like that's when my mindset kind of shifted because before then, I don't know, my eye no open. How did you convince your parents to get you a car? I really need a car. Honestly, there was not much convincing. My parents were leaving the country and it's not like they bought me a car. It was a car that was already like here. So basically my mom was leaving and she definitely couldn't take the car with her. So I said, hey mom, can I have your car? And initially she was like being somewhere about this. She didn't want me to have the car. She was giving so many excuses. And I had just come out of driving school. Or I think I even went to driving school for that reason. She was like, no, she doesn't want to leave the car for me, da 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 da. But I told my dad and we kind of had a deal. So my dad went to kind of talk her into leaving the car for me. But honestly, what would she have done? Would she have sold it? If she had sold it, that would have been a very wicked thing. Somebody said, what's an ideal relationship for you? I mean, being intimate is not bad, but is that all there is? When you say intimacy can be on so many levels. Like, it can mean so many different things. So, is it the same intimacy you and I are thinking? Or anyway, scratch that. I feel like an ideal relationship is one that makes you feel happy. Honestly, like above everything, I feel like happiness is like one of the key things that you should always feel. The person you go and lie next to, I mean, this is for people who are married though, so if you're not married, forget. But like, it's just important to go back home to somebody who gives you peace and happiness and makes you feel like fulfilled and content. If not, then there's no point. Like, if you're going back and you're just feeling like all your troubles are still with you, I mean, your troubles are definitely still with you, but like, that person should make your troubles feel better. You know, I'm not a relationship coach. Like, my 4-year relationship ended, so I shouldn't be giving relationship advice. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know. All these things are important, like money and everything you would want in a relationship. They're all important, but I feel like ideally, just your peace of mind and your happiness and all those things are like top priority. So as long as you're happy, then I feel like it's an ideal relationship. Somebody said, how would you know if a guy likes you and your relationship is going to last till marriage? Wow, a lot of you believe me. Because these relationship questions are kind of getting out of hand. I feel like you just know. Once you're asking this question, then it means he doesn't like you. I know it sounds crazy, but like, the moment you start being unsure and you're like, does he like me? Like, why is he playing all these? Then he doesn't like, then you know. You're just trying to find excuses as to, you know. When a guy likes you, you know he likes you. It's in the things he does, the things he says. I mean, yeah, some guys know how to pretend and like do all of that. But honestly, your gut would tell you. And I feel like a woman's gut is her best friend. So just go with your gut. If you feel like it's working for you, if you know in your heart that, yeah, he likes me, then he does. But if you're unsure, then that's already a red flag. That's already a sign that he doesn't really like you. Somebody said, who is Mathilda Akasuba? I mean, as of right now, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I create content. I'm a student. I am an influencer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I sing, you know, all these things. I don't want to go into detail. I feel like I share so much about my life. So everything you see, that's who I am. I'm growing every day. I'm learning every day. And so I'm excited to see the woman that I become. Next question. Somebody said, do you plan to use your BSc certificate? I mean, I feel like I have it. I have I'm going to have a degree. I don't know if I'm going to need it. I mean, of course, it's like, yeah, you have your degree, but you know, I don't know. These questions you're asking me, myself, I don't know. I'm literally about to finish school. So when I finish school, I'll know. But I'm just happy that I have a degree. Like, I would have a degree in a few months. You know, there's something to show. But hopefully, honestly, I feel like I don't think I would need it because my line of work is entertainment. Like, I like the entertainment industry. I like the creative space, all these things. You don't really need like something to show that, yeah, you are the King Kong or, you know, I don't know. I just feel like, nah. So somebody said, how do you always look classy and put together? Thank you so much. As I said earlier in the video, just me having my mindset change at a certain point in my life was what really started all of this for me. You just need to look inward. You need to know yourself. You need to be more self-aware. You just need to know what looks good on you and what doesn't. Like, sometimes you also need people to tell you. Sometimes your people around you are not honest, or maybe they are, but they're also not taking it. You're taking offense. You just need to look inward, really. What do you see? Like, you are watching me and you see that I'm classy and you see that, okay, maybe you like this thing about me. You can take certain things from me. You know, you don't necessarily have to copy me. Like, okay, because I'm wearing black shoe, then tomorrow you wear black shoe. No, it's just like the little things. You just need to read more. You need to watch more movies. You need to just like, I have a whole video on that actually, so I'm going to link it up in the cards about 10 ways in which you can change your life. And I feel like if you take all of that, it's going to just affect the way you dress, the way you speak, every aspect of your life. When are you uploading your house tour? I don't think I'm ever doing a house tour because I feel like it's risky. I feel like it's not safe. People are scary. People are going to look at how your house is structured and just plan a whole robbery or plan a heist. I don't know what it's going to heist in my house. But honestly, nah, I don't think I'm going to do a house tour. But I'll do a living room tour thing. But I wouldn't do like a tour of my entire house. How do you edit your videos? I mean apps. And who edits them, please? I answered this on my Snapchat like 2 days ago. Myself, and I edit my videos myself, and I'm very proud about that. Like, I'm very proud to say that, because I feel like, as I said, again, I'm referencing, or I'm going back to what I said in the beginning of the video, you need to look inward. And I know this doesn't look like it's applying, but I'm getting somewhere. I don't know how to do everything. Like, I literally call Photoshop every second to ask him how to turn on my camera or how to increase the volume of something. Like, the smallest things, I will call him and I'll say, hey, do you know how to do this? Like, the last time I didn't know how to export a video. So I like that you're asking me, but then again, what I'm trying to say is that you also need to ask, like, people who are in arm's reach to you, because let's say I didn't do this video, maybe your question wouldn't be answered, and you can't just be sitting around waiting for me to answer you, and then, you know. So sometimes you also need to do your own research. So I would say YouTube is a man's best friend, honestly. Photoshop actually has a lot of videos about editing. I can link his page and you guys can check that out. Lighting, anything that has to do with videography. I personally use Final Cut Pro. You can get Final Cut Pro and then watch tutorial videos, because I learned how to use Final Cut Pro from YouTube, like every single thing that I do now. And I'm not even a professional yet, but like I feel like it has really helped me to know the basics and just to play around with things. Aside that, I'm still learning a lot. Like, this is my second time filming on this camera, and so when it comes to like color grading and all of those things, I am not like a pro, but I'm learning. And so I feel like a lot of us wait. It's like we're waiting for someone to bring us a solution, when you can just get up and find a solution for yourself. To answer your question, I use Final Cut Pro to edit, and I edit my videos myself. If you were a character in Wakanda Forever, what role would you play? I didn't really watch Wakanda 1, but the 2, I would say Lupita Nyong'o, because I mean, who wouldn't want to be the love interest of Chadwick Boseman? So yeah, I'll be Lupita. I don't know what her name was in the show and the series, but yeah. Somebody said, which age did you break your virginity? I think virginity is a social construct. Somebody said, I really want to start creating content. Can you tell us how you started? I actually really love this question. Now, these are the kind of questions I love to answer. How I started creating content. COVID 2020. That's when I started. What happened was my sister was already doing what she does, taking pictures. At that time, it wasn't, I mean, I know it was a big deal in some parts of the world, but we know COVID just took things to another level. So my sister used to take pictures. I used to take her pictures for her. I used to watch her edits. You know, and we were all on our phones at home, like in that year. So I used to see a lot of content. I think it was COVID that made me deep that, oh, this is a process, like content creation is a thing. I don't remember, I saw this girl's video and I tried to copy it, or I tried to like do something around it, and I was like, ooh, this is not easy. But yeah, that's when my interest started, just like watching my sister create content, like take pictures, make videos, edit them. I used to tell her all the time, like Mathilda used to actually teach me to edit like on regular like phone edits and things like that. This app VLLO, she used to show me how to cut, trim, all of that. I had no clue, and so yeah, that's really how it all started. But I also feel like I've always had it like in me, because my parents, or my dad, is into production and things like that. He produces movies. Growing up, when I come home, I would always see a whole crew. I would always see people, like literally a lot of people in my house, because they are filming a show or a movie or whatever, and their cameras, their lights, things like that. So it's like I've always seen that growing up. My dad had a film school where he was teaching people how to like film, how to do voiceovers, how to do, you know, all these many things. So I think anything surrounding media has always just been inbuilt, like in my blood, you know, that kind of thing. So I guess that's where the interest really started from. And then yeah, it just really hit me 2020 COVID year, and then yeah, here we are today. How did I start creating content, and how have I worked with so many brands? Honestly, I'll say it's the grace of God. I would also say it depends on the quality of your content and just what the brand is looking for, and if you reach all of those requirements and things like that. So just always strive to continue to do better. I would always say just start. Like, you're asking me how I started and how you can start. I'll say just start. I think I watched this like video on YouTube where the guy was talking about, actually the title of the video was called Just Start, and he was talking about content and all of these things. I'm sure you're just having all these fears, like imposter syndrome. Would people like my content? Would I look stupid? You know, would people laugh at me? Like, am I John? Like, you know, because I feel like that sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, why are you guys watching me? Why do you guys really watch me? But you know, I would just say start. But whatever is holding you back shouldn't hold you back, because you never know where you are meant to be. You just need to start to know. And if you never start, how would you know? How are you able to balance school, modeling, and content creating? I love you, by the way. I love you too, girl. Honestly, it's 2:26 a.m. right now, and I have a class at 7:30. It's a Tuesday. It's not the weekend. Nothing like that. The balancing is not really balancing like that. And honestly, I've tried to have a schedule. It doesn't really work for me. Whenever I feel gingered, I create content. That's just what happens. There are days where I'm tired. Like, there are days where I'm just out of it because, like, the time with school, especially with my course, we don't go. If you watch my last video, we don't have a, like, proper schedule. It's just as and when. So it's just by the grace of God. And I also feel like it's just drive and passion and all of that. Because if you really like what you're doing, nobody's forcing you to do it. So you're just going to get up and do it anyway. But if it's something that you don't really enjoy, then it's not going to come naturally to you. You're not just going to get up. It's going to feel like a chore to do. So I feel like it's just because I love what I'm doing that I'm able to do it. I'm not going to come and lie to you and say I have a schedule and Mondays. It's not true. Please. I just like what I do and that's why I'm doing it. How many siblings do you have? Currently, I have 7 siblings. 7 or 8. I think I've lost count, but yeah. Are you sure you are 22 years? Yeah. Am I sure? Somebody said, rate your experience on Holy Child School out of 10. My experience in Holy Child School, I think I'll give it like an 8. And most of the points are coming from my final year. But if from like my first year to my second year, I'd say like a 5 or a 4.5. My final year was amazing. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? In the next 5 years, I will be how old? 22 plus 5. 27. I'll be 27 years old. I see myself traveling the world, living large, having money, like, you know, with my man, of course. Like, I don't know. I just see myself living good. I'm not obviously going to come on here and tell you my plans that in 5 years I want to be here because I don't know. There are monitoring spirits around buzzing in my ear. But yeah, nah, I just by the grace of God, I should be living good, honestly. Somebody said, any advice to someone who wants to join Malika? Have money. If you don't have money, don't go. Okay? Because it's not for the weak. Because you will vote with Sikadro. Is this Sikadro? Or Sikadro is like for boys. You will vote with Sikadro. No, hey, please, you not vote with Sikadro. Oh my God. You will need money. And if you don't have money, please, you will be stressed out and you will leave the competition, okay? Honestly, yeah, I'm dead ass. Like, it's not easy. But I would say that aside that, the experience was great. I feel like in as much as I needed to vote with money and all of that, it helped me a lot. It opened my eyes to many things. I grew in the pageant. I was able to relate with other people. I was able to learn a lot. I was able to learn a lot about myself too. I didn't know I had certain strengths. It helps you. So honestly, I would say it's a bargain, you know? Somebody said, what did you not want to tell us in your last video? We want to hear it. Honestly, if I'm ready to share, I would share. I'm sorry, I'm not sharing now. Somebody said, how do you stay motivated? I feel like just the accomplishment that doing what I do brings me and the fulfillment of that. And also the money. Like, of course, money is a very huge motivator. Very, very huge. At that times you felt like you weren't living up to expectations, and how did you deal with it? Living up to whose expectations? I feel like that should be the question, because the only expectations you should be wanting to live up to are your own, the ones you have set for yourself. Nobody should be pressuring you. Like, life is already hard. Life is already too hot. Like, I think there's a saying that says that comparison is a thief of joy. So if your expectations are a certain way because of somebody else, then just stop right there. Hold it right there. Just look at yourself. Go according to your pace. Just do what you can do. People doing better than you should rather inspire you. They shouldn't make you feel less of yourself or whatever. I feel like I'm growing and I'm learning that nobody can set expectations. Like, I can't be looking at other people's expectations. I need to have expectations for myself. I need to set my own expectations for myself. And so that's the only way I can live life at my pace and just go with the flow and not feel pressured. So I feel like you should also apply that in your life. Somebody said, are you currently in a relationship? If no, why? No, I'm not in a relationship. Why am I not in a relationship? I don't know. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Phloshops, why am I not in a relationship? What is your dream career? I feel like my dream career right now is to do music. I don't know. I just feel like I want to do music, not even to be a star, but just to actually do music and see people enjoy my music. So once I start writing and releasing music, just to see that people dig that or are into that, I feel like that's going to bring me some crazy fulfillment. Someone asked, when was the last time you had a serious argument with Mahali and why? I think when we were living I don't know, maybe sometime last year. Like, it was a pretty serious argument. I told her some really, really hurtful things that I regret saying, and I'm not gonna say what I said. But I don't know, she was just being stubborn about something and I took it too far. I don't remember what the fight was about, but I know I told her something that really hurt her, and I feel like that fight kind of made us love each other more. Does that make sense? Like, when we reconciled, because my elder sister had to reconcile us, I feel like that made our bond stronger and it made us realize how much we cared for each other. Somebody said, how did modeling start for you? What would you tell anyone who wants to start modeling? Modeling started for me because of Phloshops. I feel like Phloshops is always in my story times and things like that. But honestly, for real, Phloshops, you have to come and show your face, because it's like, but yeah, honestly, it's because of Phloshops. I don't know, 2020, I feel like boredom was just eating me up and I just didn't want to feel like a bum. So I wanted to do things, and I don't even know how modeling came into my head, but I just saw it and I was like, yeah, this is something I want to do. So I basically just messaged a bunch of photographers, and Phloshops replied my DM, and he was the first photographer to actually officially shoot me. And from there, he linked me to other people, and from there, the network grew, and it was just like, you know. Someone said, who are you dating currently? If not, what are you waiting for? But I feel like you guys are making relationships such a goal, like, because the way you guys are worried for me, I'm 22. I just, like, if I'm not in a relationship, that's fine. I feel like we need to enjoy our own company sometimes, you know, like, enough with the relationship talk, please. Somebody said, when are you returning back to training? And that's funny because that's my coach. My coach is actually coming for me. I haven't gone for vocal lesson training in like a month, and I'm coming back this week. I promise, on my honor. I promise I'm coming back. Anyway, guys, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.